Hello again, this is the Moreman82 here. Well, end of the day, same day as the previous video. I'm beat. Um, I took all the square tubing off of the trailer there. I leveled my trailer, so the frame is, what's left of the frame anyway is leveled. I cut all my pieces to length, and that's what it looks like. This is the back, and this is the front. That's why it looks funny. In the front I'm going to have two diagonal pieces, but these, so your center axle is here, and your other center axle is here. So that's why it looks like the wheels are not center, but there's still some pieces left here. I want to show you guys something. I took for granted in my trailer, I was told my trailer was 5 by 10, so I measured it. It is 10 feet long. That's why they say you have to measure and measure and measure again. I cut all my pieces, and then to compensate, I took 4 inches off each piece because I was assuming these pieces here that I got the welding shop were 5 feet. So I cut them to fit in between, take 2 inches off because of the two sides here, because the sides are going to be flush to this, right? So when I put them like that, notice the gap there, and you notice the gap there, and the two others don't have a gap. Now I measured correctly when it came to the length when I cut them, and I found that odd. So when I measure my trailer, measure out here, tape measure. Look at that. That is, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of blurry. 59 3/4. It's not 5 feet. So, after all that hard work today, I thought I was going to be able to just weld everything together tomorrow. No. So the pieces, this piece, that piece, and that piece, I have to cut off 1/2 inch just to make sure everything aligns properly, to make sure the width is good with that. For some reason, this one and that one are the correct length. Don't ask me how, it just happened that way. I don't know why. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Taking off 1/2 inch on the rest, and then leveling the frame here, putting it on level ground, and then grinding the angles so that the weld's flat. Other things I'm going to be doing to the frame. It's warm. I'm going to be putting corner pieces like that. I'm going to cut them in 45 degrees, so it'll be like that. There'll be one there, one here, one there, one there, one there. And then in the middle of these here, I'm going to be putting a piece to length, this length here, welding it to the frame. This too, because the frame is not, the pieces that are not supporting the wheels are not going under the main frame. They're just being welded flush. I want to make sure that this weld is very strong, even though the torsion systems are going to be bolted through this piece and then through this piece. We would make it even stronger. I just want to make sure when the whole trailer flexes that these welds don't break. So I'm going to be welding another piece this long, welding here, here, and here. And that should do it for that part. Once all that's done, should take me a couple days, I bought a few other pieces here, which are going to go like that. Look at the other one is here to show you. Just like that. So that'll be the front of it. I didn't think that I needed to actually make it square, since as long as there's something supporting the corners, there's nothing ever heavy going in the corners, so this should be fine. So I'll be cutting that at 45 and cutting this at 45, so it's welded here, so it closes up this hole at the end here, so it'll be here and it'll be over welded to this and to this, and then once it's on the trailer, welded to the trailer, I'm gonna put, once all three pieces, the piece here, the diagonal, and this piece, I'm gonna cut out some plate steel and just weld a piece there, just to make this joint better too. So it's gonna be, regardless, this trailer is gonna be pretty solid. Once this is all welded, it's gonna be put onto this, and then it's gonna be welded to the frame itself. All these pieces are gonna be welded on. Then after, I'll do this piece and this piece, and weld the center of that to my pole there. And I think at the pole here, I'm gonna actually put some of those two small diagonal pieces that I just showed you, one on each side, just to make sure that it doesn't, when it binds, so it doesn't crack. Because when I have 2,000 pounds of metal on here, I don't want it to break in the road, especially with the roads we have here. They're very bumpy, and so what. One thing I forgot to mention in the other video, since those torsion axles are 2,000 pound rated a piece, I'm putting them in the front because on this side there's going to be this is going to be cut later when I flip it back over and the fenders are made, and there's going to be a plate underneath that. I'm going to have to make some other bracing because my truck bed crane is going to go, it's going to be pretty much half and half. So it's going to be, there's going to be a plate, it's going to come out here and in there, 12 by 12, and that's going to be welded on this, underneath to the frame, and underneath here I'm going to have a diagonal piece here, and I'm going to put some jacks, probably a jack here and then a jack there, so when I deploy it, so when I bring it over the trailer so that it doesn't break the frame, there'll be some support jacks there, scissor jacks, and on the outside I'll have two other small pieces here that I can insert a piece of 2x2 tubing in it and make some legs. There's the leg right over there. So I'm going to have two of these. These are just like regular jack legs with the holes. So I'm going to have a piece that goes here and then a piece that goes there so I can adjust it. But that comes after, because I have to make the fenders after all this is done, make sure the fenders are everything in place for the fenders, so I can, when I do my legs that come out, that jut out the side like that, they clear the fenders and they're placed evenly, so it just, when the crane turns around and I'm picking up something from the outside, putting it on the trailer, the weight is properly distributed, so the frame doesn't bind and I don't break my trailer. So and after all that's done, then I get started the gate. That'll be a product to itself. It's beginning of February, so by the end of mid-April, hopefully, or end of April, once the snow and once scrap metal season and lawnmower season has started, it should be done, painted and ready to go, hopefully. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll try to get another video out as soon as I can.